A Brooklyn story, though. This recently happened. Our new president, George W. Bush. I love W. You know, a couple of months ago back in Texas, they hauled him out of a car. You know, he likes to nip a little. And get out the car. What's your name? Bubba? No, W. No, you Bubba. No, I'm W. I'm W. Bush. I'm the president. And the cop looked at him and said, you are, huh? And he said, so's your old man. You're the president, huh? You got any ID? He said, about what? George W. Bush the other day was talking to, you should pardon the expression, Dick and colon of his cabinet. Is that a country, huh? We have a colon and a Dick and a Bush. And he said, why the hell do the Jews know everything? Goddamn Israelis, the Mossad, they know everything. How do they get that information? And they said, well, Mr. President, they have an expression called Bus Titzach. Well, what the hell's that mean? Bus Titzach means, what do you hear? What do you know? And if you say that to a Jew, they'll tell you everything. God damn, I got to try that. Get me one of them Hasidim outfits there, you know, with the beard, with the payas, with the whole shot, with the whole thing. I won't look like Clint Eastwood with the rabbis out there. And they drove him in a station wagon to Brooklyn. They put him out on Eastern Parkway, and President Bush just stood there like this with a Hasidic outfit. And he walked up to another Hasid. He said, Bus Titzach. And the old man said, shh, Bush is in Brooklyn. Elation, I'm getting on too myself. The other day somebody congratulated me on my alligator shoes, and I was barefoot. George was wonderful. Right about the end, he started to see a Beverly Hills doctor. And he went to one of these big phony Beverly Hills doctors on Bedford, you know. Doctor said, what's wrong, Mr. Burns? He says, arthritis. Doctor said, how long have you had it? George says, ever since it first came out. Doctor treated him, gave him a bill for $10,000, and the check bounced. Then the doctor called him, Mr. Burns, your check came back. So did my goddamn arthritis. I love older people. I make stories about them. I collect them because that's who we work for, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing left. We have to go on the boats and face the 80-year-olds wandering the deck looking for their cabin, or else we go to the condos, the death camps in Florida. And be very good to your grandchildren. Remember, they're going to pick out your retirement home. Remember that. Florida, the death camps they have down there where you wander around. Like lost souls, you walk around. Little couples like luggage walk. Where are we? Phase 3. No, we're Lake 4. No, we're in Lagoon 8, 12. Covert Operation 7. We're in Aisle 3. Condo 5, Section 12. On the other side of the lake. Come, Margaret, we'll walk. And the women are always ahead now. Women are ahead. They run, they go. They have the spandex tight. Nice, and the men schlep with the polyester slacks, with the sneakers from Kmart, dead men, with a baseball hat. What schmuck ever wore a baseball hat? My father ever put a baseball hat on? And where they going? To the mall. My wife's driving to the mall. You got married again? Yeah. You're 84. Why'd you get married? Beautiful woman? No, ugly, like a beast. You kidding? You look in the dictionary next to ugly's her picture. She must be a good cook. Cook can't even boil water, for God's sake. Jell-O she screws up. Well, then she must be good in bed. The Dead Sea Scrolls are livelier than her. So why did you marry her? She drives at night. Couple of women are driving in a car. All of a sudden they're going through lights, through a red light, through another red light. And one woman says, Marsha, you went through 3 red lights. I'm driving. I love them little old people. Sam, who died, you or your brother? What's your name? How soon do you have to know? Huh? Oh, I feel terrible. I got HIV at 85, so what? I got IBM at 23. HIV, you moron, don't you know what that is, HIV? That's AIDS, a terrible thing, AIDS. Abe, what's the matter with Abe? I didn't hear from Abe. AIDS, you moron. It's a plague, a terrible thing. And now herpes. Herpes got AIDS. Little Hoiby Greenspan got AIDS, not herpes. Herpes is awful. If you get it, gets all vergimmelt over here. All zerklochbit. You can't do it with herpes. It's terrible. Could we get it? I don't know. My son is a doctor. Come to my house. My son's books will open up a look. So they open up a book. H, hemorrhoids, hysterectomy, hinky dinky, parlez-vous, hematoma, whooping cough. Here it is. Herpes. We don't have to worry. It's a disease of the Gentiles. Gentile. And so we live and we worry and we go on, and it's always the mothers that carry the burden of everything. And you hear them always talking and raving about their sons. My favorite story, about my son Danny. My son Danny, that's why I'm here in Florida, in a great hotel in a condo, Beverly Hills. If you ever come to California, on Beverly Boulevard is Goodman Memorial. That's my son's hospital. My son is a walking cardiac arrest. Last month, my son performed 84 bypasses, all on the same man. My son is a genius, a heart specialist. He studied in Texas with DeBakey, with the great DeBakey, and he perfected a turtle transplant. You hear? Not a baboon, not a fly, a turtle. He took the heart from an ordinary turtle, and he put it into the body of a man, and Monday morning, that man walked out of the hospital. Thursday, he reached the parking lot. She said, big shot with your daddy. My Larry is the biggest criminal attorney in Pasadena, all-time champion lawyer. My son recently had a case of rape reduced to assault with a dead weapon. And when he graduated law school, he sued the law school and won back his tuition. Huh? That's my Larry, a great attorney, and he's got a shopping mall in Paramus City, New Jersey. How the hell I snuck that in, I don't know. Runs for 27 blocks. He owns it. He owns the mall. Your son owns a hospital. My son owns a shopping mall, 27. They turned to the third woman. What does your son do? She said, well, my son is a homosexual. They said, really? Where's his office? He doesn't have an office. What do you mean your son doesn't work? She said, thank God he doesn't have to. He has two wonderful friends. One is a doctor, owns his own hospital. And